Okay, so here we are back on my contacts page. This is where my total contacts are. I have one contact total. I have no groups. Now I can, as I said, import new contacts one at a time or create new contacts one at a time. It would be much faster and much simpler though if there was a list somewhere that I could use, and it just so happens that I have one. I have taken the liberty of exporting a list from my contacts for you, and I'm going to post them in various places on the web, including Mr. V's Tech Corner. And I'm going to allow you to follow these particular steps to get the contacts that you're going to notice in just a moment here. So I'm going to click on More Options and Import. Now, to import contacts such as this, you're going to need a comma-separated value file, or a CSV. I'm going to go ahead and choose a file. The file that I exported I called google.csv. So I'm just going to find it quickly here. Here we go, google.csv. Choose it and import it. Now it's going to take a moment to import because this is quite a few contacts. While it's waiting to import, let me go ahead and explain to you what I've done. In my personal account, I have several groups and subgroups and several tags associated with my contacts. So I've got personal contacts dating back for probably a decade. And the Lower Yukon School District contacts that I'm giving you and that I've just imported here for you to see are in subgroups. So I have a LYSD private subgroup and an LYSD site info subgroup. In my personal contacts, those are not the same. In this case, they are the same. So first things first, if I look at any one of these groups, like LYSD site info, this is going to give me the 41 imported contacts that I just did. I don't need one called LYSD private. It's no longer necessary. So I'm going to go ahead and click on it. And it's exactly the same group as the other one. So I'll click on More Options, delete the group, and it says specifically that it will not delete the contacts, only the group. I'll do the same thing for this imported 4312, click on More, delete group, same message, and now I've got it all cleaned up, all tidied up. Now let's just pretend like I wanted to make another subgroup. How would I go about doing that? Well, I'm in my contacts. I've got all my contacts listed here. Let's go ahead and make a group for, how about Kotlik? So I'll select LYSD Kotlik, LYSD Kotlik Clinic, Kotlik Police, and Kotlik Tribal Council. Once I've selected any number of contacts, I've got a group option here. I'll click on Groups, and I'll make a new one called Kotlik. Create a new group, and now inside of my Kotlik group, I have 4 contacts, the ones that I've just selected. I can edit any one of these contacts quickly and easily. For example, LYSD Kotlik. If that's confusing for you or you don't like the way I've listed that, that's okay. You can go ahead and change that to Kotlik School, for example. Notice I don't have to click Save anywhere. It's already saving for me automatically. There's no need to click Save. I'll go back to my contacts, look at the full list there. Let's go ahead and deselect all these, and now you can see what I've done. Okay, so I hope you've done pretty well in those steps. If you want to do the reverse, so for example, if you have an iPhone, or maybe you want to put your contacts into your personal computer, maybe your iPad, maybe your iPhone, maybe your personal Mac at home, you can do the opposite of what I've done, which is export by clicking on the More menu, clicking Export, and then say Groups or All Contacts. You can export it as a Google CSV for importing into Google accounts. You can do it for CSV imported specifically for Outlook, which is predominantly a PC tool, but also for Mac, or a vCard, which is your Apple address book. So these vCards can be imported by pretty much any application, pretty much any hardware device, including iPhones and things like that. And you'll simply click Export and save it wherever you like, and then follow those reverse steps if you wanted to import that into your address book, for example. If you already have an address book, so if you have an address book in Apple, I do not have one set up very well here on this particular computer, but assuming you did have an address book set up, you could click on Export, Export CSV or vCard file, and that will also import into your Google Contacts.